Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, it's Phathead, and we got some good weather. Yeah, good for this time of year for sure. We might see some sun today and get to about 45. Tomorrow, the same, a little more sun and about 45. Enjoy it. We do have a ticket blitz Saturday. Get ready for the grand opening of Boot Barn in Riverhead, Old Country Road, Riverhead, Roanoke Plaza Shopping Center. We will be out there at Boot Barn. Can't wait. Tickets every 10 minutes from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday for Nate Smith, Riley Green, Rascal Flatts, Steven Wilson Jr. I think I'm going to that show. I can't wait for that show. So we got a lot of great stuff going on there at Boot Barn in Riverhead. What a store. We did the other grand opening a couple of years back, and that is in, was that Bohemia, Holbrook, right? That area, Sunrise Highway. But yeah, we are so excited to be out in Riverhead this weekend for the new Boot Barn. Can't wait to see you there. Okay, so we're going to get into, before National Days and good news stories, about 75-year-old predictions from the 50s. Did they come true? Well, a couple of the things that were looked at. Jetpacks were supposed to be everywhere. We're going to be flying around the air everywhere with jetpacks. Not so much. A hose would replace house cleaning. A science writer back in the 50s thought there would be a future where cleaning involved hoses and hot air instead of brooms. Interesting. And houses would be entirely washable. Okay, didn't happen. The moon would have subdivisions. That's something that was predicted back in the 1950s, and there'd be neighborhoods and vacation domes and all these different things. Not quite. Another thought was that women would tower over men 75 years later. Still, I mean, there are some tall women, but overall, that has not happened. I'm looking for one that might have come true. Fusion would replace every other energy source. Not so much. The reactors never made it there. Huge budgets, decades of research, never made it there. Gasoline engines. So this one was interesting. Back in the 1950s, a lot of people said gasoline engines would disappear. Okay, we were on that path. The transition may be happening, but let's be honest. It has kind of slowed down a little. Gas-powered cars have maintained their grip. Cost, convenience, decades of investment in different technologies, all sorts of things. Look, I do not want to go on an 8-hour drive and have to stop midway to, power up my car for an hour. No, thank you. Gas vehicles haven't gone anywhere yet, but that was a close one, and we might get there one day. Also, 75-year-old predictions that robot housekeepers were inevitable. And in a way, we've got the vacuums, the little robot vacuums and things, but not quite. Cable would end commercials. No, actually, they would actually find a way to charge people and show advertisements now with streaming. So not only did they kind of get streaming right 75 years ago, but they did not realize that they would also charge for advertisements also. A couple more predictions from 75 years ago. The U.S. would fully adopt the metric system, LOL, and machines would give us 3-day weekends. This is the last one. Look, we're getting there, where machines are doing so much work that you could get a 3-day weekend, and a lot of companies have talked about 4-day work weeks, right? Some have gone to it. Here's the problem, though. If you're getting a 3-day weekend because a machine is able to do it, you're in trouble. We have a lot more unemployment. That's going to be a problem. So let's hope we don't get to that point, but certainly trending in a certain way to possibly get there. All right, some national days today. Just a couple. National Bobblehead Day. I love to have a good bobblehead. Good bobblehead day at a baseball stadium, always fun. Why not? And National Tempura Day. I haven't had tempura in a while, but there is nothing like that tempura batter. You go to the Japanese restaurant, you go get some sushi, and get a little tempura appetizer, seafood or vegetables dipped in the batter, deep fried. Not great for you, but love the tempura, for sure. All right, some good news before we get out of here. After 974 days in foster care, a boy in Tennessee got adopted just in time for Christmas. His name is Cande. He'll be 3 this spring. A couple named Anna and Brendan Kuhn stepped in as foster parents when he was 18 days old. The plan was to reunite him with his biological mother, but then that couldn't happen. They say they thought of him as their own kid for a while. Now it's just a formality. The adoption went through December 19th. Friends and family showed up. It was a big party in court. Well done. A wildlife group in Wisconsin rescued a deer that got stuck in someone's basement for 2 days. The people weren't home, but a neighbor checked in on their place and found it. It was tired, scared, but otherwise okay. They released it back into the wild. Hopefully they fed it first. And there's a huge suspension bridge in northern Michigan you can walk across. It's called the Sky Bridge, and a guy named Trevor Van Camp is in the news. He proposed to his girlfriend in the middle of it, but it didn't quite go to plan. His girlfriend said yes, but then he was fumbling to get the ring out of the box and dropped it. The bridge is over 100 feet up. There's a big ski slope underneath. They spent 2 hours searching the snow with a metal detector before they gave up around 10 p.m. Then an employee at Boyne Mountain Resort, Pat Harper, promised them he'd find it, went back out, and in 30 minutes he had it. All is well. Happy engagement. All right, that does it. I am here till 10. A lot of music, 9 to 10. Then we got Jim O'Brien, Murph Dog, Jay Letterman, and Elena rounding out the night with Parmalee from 8 to midnight, her special guest all week. Got 45 for the high today. Not bad. My Country, 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.